excited to introduce our next author who will take us on a journey. We often talk about journeys, and when I saw his name, I was kept saying Kevin, but it didn't feel right. And he'll explain that if you're a member of Bethel AME Church. Brother Kevin Ali Barnett, it's all yours.
Hey, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Those that are with Bethel, y'all know me as Brother Ishmael or Brother Ali, the guy that never smiles and pulls security at one time. Okay, my book is about, I wrote two books. My first book is Living in My Shadows, Dreams Do Come True. Book is about my journey, being given up at birth, and then being placed in foster care, and then later on being adopted, and then joining the military, then ultimately finding my birth parents. And during the course of being in the foster care system and being adopted, been abused mentally, physically, sexually, and also been told that I could not accomplish anything or be anything. So I took those words of negativity, and build my what I call my house of success. So each brick was negative, and I just built my house. For example, they told me that I wouldn't live to be 5 years old, and I'm turning 61 next month. They told me that I would never be able to run a marathon, and I finished in the top half. They also told me that by joining the military, that I would never get anything out of it, and it wouldn't help me in life. And during the course of the military, the 20 years that I stayed in, it taught me a lot. I became a drill sergeant. I became a criminal investigator for the military. I became an equal opportunity advisor, over 5,000 soldiers, just to name a few things. Also, they told me that I was too small to be in the martial arts. I was able to attain a second degree black belt. Also took up some kung fu and fought in many tournaments, to include Germany. And then finally, they told me that I will never, ever, ever find my bloodline. In 2016, I found my bloodline. I found my mother. I found my father, who passed away, so I didn't get a chance to meet him. And I found a host of cousins. I found out that I'm from the islands of Anguilla and St. Kitts area. I also found out that my father, and on my father's side, I am a Nye Black, a name that I never heard of before, which comes from Florida area. So these things that they told me, I just built my house, and I'm glad they told me, and because this way, I use that as a positive way of going through my life. And I try to do motivational speaking and things like that to tell the young kids that are in the foster care system that they'll never give up. Don't use no excuse or anything like that. You can become anything you want to be. And my second book, which is Shadows of Emotions, Life After the Dream, is basically about me putting all these things together, all my families together on both the adopted side and my biological family side, and also dealing with all the different emotions, the joy, the happiness, the sadness. It's like a spider web, as I talk about it in the book, that every day is something different. And I want individuals to experience my journey and follow my journey. And those that are looking for their biological family, sometimes it's not easy when you find them. You still have to juggle a lot of things. It's one of me, but it's many of them. So, it can be very stressful at times. But I have a lovely wife, which y'all know, Sharon, and she's been very supportive. And my adopted family has been very supportive. So basically, that's it as far as my story. And I'm willing to take any questions if anyone has any.
Wonderful. That's you. They often say you don't look like what you've been through. And what a way to motivate so many others. Sister Kimberly, any questions?
I don't see any question. Oh, Dr. C has a question. Are we only typing it in, or would Dr. C be able to ask the question?
All right. While he's typing it in, let me ask you a question, Brother Ali. What motivated you? What is your motivation? Because listening to all of that, that's like a Dr. Phil show right there. And some people turn to drugs and all these other behaviors to numb the pain. What made you not a statistic?
I wanted to prove everybody wrong.
Mm,
That's what motivated me.
that's a good thing. My husband says that same thing. A lot of times he said no, because teachers told him, people told him you wouldn't be anything. That's a great motivator, and I'm glad that
Absolutely.
you had that circle on you. Um, did you have another question? Because I do, Sister Kimberly.
Actually, I do. I see the question here now. So Dr. Cooper is asking, he states, my wife is adopted. How did you locate your blood family?
Real quickly, first of all, I did DNA tests. Uh, 23andMe, Ancestry, MyHeritage, I did all of them. Then I got on a Facebook group called DNA Detectives and Search Angels. And with a
Wow.
little blessing, a little luck, a little research, I was able to, find my biological parents. I mean, it's a little bit more, but it's a lot to explain. But yeah, basically, that was the foundation of how I started.
And then I have a question. How do you relax?
How did I relax?
Yes, what do
That's
you
good.
do?
My wife asks me that all the time. Before the pandemic, we did a lot of traveling. I do. I work out 4.5 days or 3.5 days out of the week. That gets my stress levels down. And sometimes I meditate. And then I got 9 grandchildren, so that keeps me busy when they FaceTime me. So yeah, I have different ways of trying to chill out, so to speak.
Okay. And then I do see a question here from Stephanie Allen. She says, Mr. Barnett, what a life story. Have you been invited to speak at schools? I think a lot of students could learn from your courage.
Prior to the pandemic, once again, I've done a few author talks. I've been to a couple of schools in North Carolina. I've been to a school in Elton, Delaware. I mean, Elton, Maryland. Yeah, so I have done some speaking at schools. I haven't done anything since 2019, but I'm looking to get back on the road again once things really clear up.